Hi, welcome to the Sample on Business coaching session. The purpose of this video is to teach business owners how to maneuver through the Sample on site, as well as create and manage successful marketing campaigns. Sample on is revolutionizing how businesses market themselves, and this is where you begin to take more control, save time, money, and lead the way to better results. It's easy. We also offer one-on-one coaching sessions on the Sample on homepage under the tab here on the right labeled Businesses Start Here. From the Sample on homepage, let's log in using one of the sign-in buttons at the top right, here, here, or here. Or we can scroll to the bottom of the page and click anywhere on the cityscape to reveal a sitemap. Then click Advertising, and let's log in here. This will take you to the advertising suite. Now, on occasion, Sample On will have special promotions that are displayed by this banner that will drop down once we enter the advertising suite. We can bypass this banner for the purpose of our session. Now, assuming you've already created your business page, let's proceed to the next step. Over on the left here, let's click on Create an Ad. Just a quick note, when you create your campaign, any field with a red asterisk must be filled in. So let's go ahead and talk about campaign type. At Sample On, we offer three types of campaigns: local, national, or global. Campaign type is based on the number of locations and the geographic footprint of your campaign. The majority of campaigns are going to be local ones, so let's focus on that for this video. So we'll select local campaign, and then let's enter some business information. From the drop-down menu here, it'll ask us to select a business page. Our business is Poseidon Diving Adventures, and when we click on that, you'll notice the fields below auto-populate with the information from our business page. So we can go on to the next step. We'll click Next, and here we're going to provide some campaign information. Okay, your campaign name is like the headline of a story, so it's important to be short but capture the essence of your offering. Campaign names are limited to no more than 40 characters. Now, a good example of a campaign name would be Wild Whitewater Rafting Tour for Two. Not so good would be Free Raft Trip. So you get the idea. Our campaign name will be for Scuba Diving Pool Certification. Now, the next cell that we're going to look at is the number of samples that we're going to offer. Now, the number of samples that we offer is a key decision. The minimum number of samples you can provide is 5. Now, although in some cases there are cost considerations, you should always remember that you're trying to drive traffic into your business. So we're going to go ahead and offer 15 samples. And let's go down to duration. Now, from the drop-down menu here, we can select our campaign length, either 1, 2, 3, or 4 weeks, or 120 days. And you'll notice the first week is $75. If you go for 2 weeks, it's an additional $25, 3 weeks, an additional $35, and so on. We're going to go ahead and stick with 1 week for right now. Next, we'll go over to the campaign end date. You'll notice when I click in the field, the calendar appears. We've got highlighted 7 days here. I'm going to click the last date. And that brings us down to campaign description here. Now, campaign description is the area where you support your campaign with the details. You can also add links that lead consumers to your website. In a bit, I'm going to show you a completed campaign, and you can see how detailed we can get. So for right now, I'm just going to put a little bit of information in here so you can see how this works. So I've put some information in here, and with this editing tool, you'll be able to see that I can edit some of this to bold this. I can change the color. I can change the headline size. And I can bold this area down here. And if we wanted, we could click on this link right here and put our URL in. We're not going to do that, but I just wanted to make sure that you saw that's available. Next, let's go down to required check-in. If you have an event that requires a check-in time, you would check this box right here. Now, what happens then is down in event time, you'll see that there's a red asterisk. We would have to scroll down and let them know what time our event starts, which ours is 7 o'clock p.m. And what this feature does for us, if a consumer reserves a sample, they must check in. At 12 and 6 hours prior to the event, the consumer will be notified to check in. If they don't check in by 4 hours prior to the event, the reservation is lost and returned to the sample pool so somebody else can reserve it. The check-in feature is simply a safeguard to ensure that customers don't reserve and then don't show up. This feature is more important for something like free backstage passes rather than like a restaurant meal. Next, we'll select the campaign category. From the drop-down menu, simply select the best category that defines your business. Now, the Require Approval feature gives a business owner the ability to accept or deny reservations for the sample or experiences by those only in their city, state, or country. For example, if the advertiser wants to target only people in their city where the location is, we would check outside the city. Then anybody outside the city would need approval to reserve this offer. So let's say that the location's in Roseville and a consumer from Granite Bay reserved a sample. The business owner would then receive an email asking to approve or disapprove that person from Granite Bay that wanted the sample. If you wanted to accept reservations from multiple cities around your location, then you would select outside the state. Okay, distribution control. This feature is for campaigns with multiple locations. The sample advertiser can put a cap on the total number of samples that they're offering. Now, it can be broken down by location, which each of these locations offering the same or different quantities. I'll show you how that works. So let's say we have 3 locations. The first one we filled in here with country, state, city, street number, and name, and we put 5 samples in here. So we have 2 more locations. We're going to click the Add More link here and fill that in. And let's add 1 more location by clicking Add More. Okay, so we've got our 3 locations. We've got 5 samples at each location. Now you'll notice here, there's a cell that says event date. If we wanted to offer this on separate dates, we could do that. For this campaign, we're going to go ahead and select this little box here that says same date, and you'll notice that disappears. That's really more important for an artist or a show that might be going from city to city that will have different dates, but it's a great feature. So now that I've got the 3 locations there, you can see that my first campaign is $75. Because I'm adding another location, it's an extra 49, and then a third location, an extra 49 for a total of 173. Now let's say that we decide, well, you know what, we're going to take these 2 locations off. Just click on the little minus sign here, and it takes it away. I'll have to change the number of samples here back to 15. Now, up here next to physical location, you'll notice there's a box that says online event. If we check this box, you'll notice we have another cell that opens up that says enter your online event link here. This would be if you want somebody to go to your website, if you're doing a webinar, a teleseminar, those types of items. We're going to go ahead and uncheck that because ours is at the physical location. Next is our second tier promotion or social discount. This allows a sample advertiser to inform the consumer of an opportunity to provide a product or service at a featured price. This element is a critical part of extending the momentum of your campaign and drawing paying customers who can easily share this offer with family and friends. Now, if you don't wish to offer a social discount, you would check this box right here. But for our video, we're going to go ahead and offer one. Now, the promotional message is an area you can provide limited details about your social discount. This space is limited to 127 characters, so if you have more information, what you should do is list it in the campaign field description right up here. Right at the bottom, we would just click on there and go ahead and add more information there. But we're going to go ahead and use the default promotional message, which is social discount to share with your friends and family. Next, we select our currency type, which ours will be $1. Let's go ahead and fill in the regular price. And we don't need a dollar sign because we've already indicated that above in our currency type. Let's go ahead and put our discount price in there. And then we have a field here which is quantity offered. Now, if we leave this blank, the second tier promotion is unlimited. And we're going to go ahead and do that for our promotion. And we've got a small box over here that says set level. This feature allows the sample on advertiser to have multiple price levels. And I'll give you an example. Let's check that. You'll notice it opens up. And we can go ahead and have three different levels. For example, an adult fee, a child's fee, and maybe a senior fee. You can put different prices here for those different levels, and also offer different quantity of social discount for them. We're going to go ahead and uncheck that for our video. For the sell options, currently there are three selling options to collect revenues as they relate to your social discount, either available at the location, through an external link like your website or PayPal, or you can utilize Sample which charges an 8% transaction fee. We're going to go ahead and collect that at our location. So let's go on to the next page. Now here we're going to enhance our campaign by adding photos. Now, the first field that we come to is an HTML graphics tool that will accept any brochure-like marketing material such as menus, posters, agendas, PDFs, Word documents, or images. And you can upload a single file up to 2 megabytes. It's not required to do this, but what it does is it enhances your campaign. I'll show you what that looks like a little later on when we finish this whole ad. So let's go ahead and choose a file. And we'll select choose. And we'll notice it's uploaded. Now the next three fields, we're going to select images. Your final marketing campaign has a scrolling feature that allows consumers to see up to 3 images. So to begin with, your file must be at least 440 by 320 pixels in order for you to upload it to your ad. I'm going to go ahead and show you what that looks like. So for the first one, I'm going to take one that's smaller so you can see that we get an error message right here. It says the image size is less than 440 by 320. So what we're going to do is go back and select another image. And there we go. And let's select one more. And you'll notice right here, here are the dimensions, 576 by 564 pixels. Select that one and one more. And if we want to, we can crop the image. We've got a tool here, or we've got a crop window that we can click in the center, move it around, extend out that tool. Once we're satisfied with that, we just go ahead and click crop image. And there we go. Now let's say we didn't want this picture and we wanted to go back and get another one. Just click the remove link right there. Now for this scrolling feature, we want to try and utilize pictures that show large, sharply defined images rather than pictures with lots of words within them. And you'll see once we finish what that looks like. So let's go to the next step. So here we're going to review the promotion. This allows us to review the information of the campaign. If we wish to go back and make changes to this, let's use the buttons at the bottom down here, right here. We don't want to use the browser back button or we're going to lose the information and have to start all over again. So let's scroll back up at the top. We can review all of our information and you'll notice that I have a red message here that says this field is required. So I have to go back and fill that in. So I'm going to go back to the second page, go to campaign category, and I'll reselect that. Now I can go back to page 4 and you'll notice that red link is gone. Once I'm satisfied, I go ahead and check this box here. Kindly read sample on terms of service. Let's go to the next step. On the confirmation page, we're going to go ahead and click here to preview. This is a WYSIWYG tool. What you see is what you get, and this is how your campaign will look on the sample on site. Now, we don't have a scrolling feature enabled here, but there are 3 pictures behind this where we're going to see once we finish the ad. You can scroll down and see what it looks like, your details, social discount, map of the area. Once we're satisfied, we can go ahead and click close. Now we're going to click submit. Once we click the submit button, you're going to be directed to this screen where you'll be asked to submit a payment either via a promo code or a credit card. So we can go ahead and fill that information in. Then we click submit and we'll be directed back to our advertisements where you can see it says campaign status pending. We'll then get an email from Sample On letting us know that our campaign is under review for approval. And a short while later, we'll also receive another email once the campaign is approved. Now, once we are approved, we can go back to our pages, our business page. We can click on the advertisements tab, and you can see there's our campaign. Campaign status approved. And if we click on it, we get to see our campaign. You can see our scrolling feature here. And here's the upload tool. This is for more content right here. When we click on this, it's going to go ahead and open up that poster that we uploaded earlier. And you can see it's right there. And if we scroll down, you can see here we have 8 days left. We've offered 15. We have 15 remaining. If somebody wanted to reserve one of these free samples, they would just click on Reserve Swag. Here are the details. There are some experiences nearby. There's the social discount here, original price, and then the discounted price, and it's available at the location. And here's a map with our address. I'm going to show you a campaign that's a little more comprehensive so you get the idea of what we can do with the details. This campaign is quite a bit more comprehensive. You can see we still have the scrolling feature. We also have the upload tool here. If I click on that, you'll see that I've uploaded a brochure, and we have links on this brochure to sites where we can show videos. Got an email address down here. So it's pretty comprehensive. And also our details are quite a bit more comprehensive as well. You can see that here. We've got video embeds right here, in these two spots. And then again, nearby experiences, social discounts. So you can see that we can do quite a bit with Sample On. Now the entire process to create an ad is probably going to take you roughly a half an hour the first time, but it only gets easier. Those familiar with Sample On can often create a real nice ad in less than 10 minutes. And once a campaign is finished, it'll be archived under this tab right here. Now we don't have any archives yet, but once we do have an archived ad, we can go back, make a couple of changes, and presto, you're done. Your ad's up in just a few minutes. And remember, we have a business resource center over here on the right. Businesses start here. You can scroll down, just click on that, and that should answer quite a few questions for you if you have any remaining questions that we haven't covered in this video. This concludes our campaign coaching session. Have fun with Sample On.